Marianne was one of those remarkable individuals who always rose to the occasion. She was a dedicated volunteer, community builder, a true friend, and someone who simply made life better for those around her. Marianne had a gift for making people feel welcome and included. She thrived being surrounded by family and friends. She made entertaining 20-plus people look easy. There was always room at her table if you found yourself alone. She was always offering comfort and support to her family and friends, leaving care packages, meals, or thoughtful offerings at your door. Marianne was very passionate about her work with the St. Joe's Plate. She saw a need in her community and stepped up to improve the support for youth struggling with mental health challenges. She was the hardest working person on the committee. She never missed an opportunity to promote awareness of the St. Joe's Plate. Marianne often described her committee as her dream team, but it was the magic of Marianne that curated a group of individuals that shared her passion for this cause. Marianne was a great communicator. She was always prepared and confident when addressing any group. She had a natural gift to connect one-on-one with people of all ages. Marianne's eyes would light up when she smiled. She had a very infectious laugh. She loved life. Marianne was beautiful, kind, and strong. She was the most humble, generous person I have ever known. She loved and supported her family with all her heart. She was so very proud of her children, Sean and Elizabeth, and her beautiful granddaughter, Kelly. Mike was the love of her life, her soulmate. She was my friend, and I miss her dearly. She was simply the best.
I was so fortunate to have met Marianne and be so close to her for so many years. She brought me into her community and her spirit and friendship, and she did this with so many other lucky people. When you're with Marianne, you felt like the most important person in the world. Her contribution to community was unmatched, and she led us all to do the same thing, and we all tried to keep up, but we couldn't. She truly led from the front. Her busy weekends, pitching local companies, dropping by local businesses, going to church sales to get more auction items, Christmas gift drives, clothing donations for the patients. It just was always unstoppable. For me personally, she had a profound impact on my life. When I left the hospital and I began my recovery, I was so incredibly lucky to meet Marianne. She brought me into her orbit, and when I told her my story, she was so incredibly supportive to me to speak at the St. Joe's Plate, which was important in my recovery. Her passion for the cause, her passion for the committee was infectious. Marianne, I hope you know how much you meant to me and how much you meant to all of us. Thank you, and we all miss you every day.
Welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carol, one of Marianne's many minions. I wrote down a whole bunch of words that were very hard to find, but there were way too many for tonight. People are what make people better, and Marianne was just that kind of person. With her everyday Christmas spirit, she led us toward awareness and importance, awareness of how much one's mental health matters, and how important it is that we help where we can. Marianne was my friend. Marianne was our leader, and I will always miss her. But I will not let go of what she did for this event or why we're here tonight. Thank you.
I'm grateful to be able to say a few words this evening about my dear friend Marianne. Not only was Marianne a dear friend and neighbor who I miss seeing walking around the circle, but Marianne was also a true inspirational leader. Her energy, her drive, her consistency, persistence were I enjoyed it, to be honest. I enjoyed watching and being involved and drawn into her efforts behind the St. Joe's Plate. what she's done for St. Joe's and our community since 2012 in not just creating an evening, but creating an entire movement for us all to rally behind. All of us in the room tonight remember Marianne and remember the many, many times that we would get the call, the nudge, the suggestion to be at our tables. And I think we're all better as a result. The spirit of St. Joe's Plate will continue in the memory of Marianne, and the work that she has done, the community that she has built will continue. I'm just grateful to have known her as a friend and grateful to be included in the journey at St. Joe's that she has brought us all along.
We're here today to celebrate because of one person, and that is Marianne. Her dedication, passion for mental health at St. Joe's is beyond imaginable. And I got to know her, and I'm so blessed that I did over these last few years, whether it was talking about St. Joe's or whether it was collaborating about joining boards. And some of the things that she did were so meaningful, and they included investments where the St. Joe's Plate has raised millions to directly support young adult mental health services, helping St. Joe's improve care for some of its most vulnerable patients in the West End. She also was instrumental in transforming patient spaces and experiences. Funds have been supported, purpose-built environments like the RBC Mental Health, Short Stay and Transitional Aged Unit for youth, offering young adults a safe and welcoming space with private rooms, therapeutic programming, and views of Lake Ontario. And lastly, equipping frontline teams with innovative tools. And I could go on. And I just want to say, Marianne, we miss you, we love you, but you're with us here today.
Marianne, 12 years ago, you came to me with a vision, a way to honor Lauren while bringing mental health to the forefront, with compassion, courage, and understanding. Your vibrancy, your tenacity, and your deep care for those facing profound mental health struggles became the heart and soul of the St. Joe's Plate and the lasting legacy it is today. In the 44 years I've known you, first as a sister-in-law and quickly as one of my dearest and closest friends, your love, your strength, and your generosity has touched everyone around you. As I close out this tribute, Marianne, know that your legacy lives on through your beautiful family, your friends, and the community you've helped shape today. And I make this personal promise to you that we will carry on your commitment, your compassion, and your light forward. We love you, Marianne.